And through the first half, a pretty...
Kevin, what has allowed you...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And what a show being put on here for the home fans tonight. The first half was all about Stephen Curry. He had 13 points and 1 rebound. That's going to do it for now as the second half is just about ready.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen.
How about Steph Curry in this one? 13 points, and the three-pointers have been dropping for him. He's got 3 of them.
And you know what, Clark? If you continue to shoot the way he is, he may have to become more of an integral part of their offensive scheme.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, Parsons and Dirk are in at the forward spots. Deron Williams out there with Matthews, and it's Pachulia in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's Money. LeBron James on the wing. Outside Irving. Shot clock at 5. From deep three-point range, and LeBron with the basket, the assist by Irving. Irving's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
Well, LeBron James, long considered the greatest player in the league. He's got some competition now, though. Kevin Durant, Anthony Davis, Steph Curry, James Harden, all playing well last year. But for my money, there's no better player in the league than King James.
Here's Hale. And it's off from three-point range. Mavericks trail by 21. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Here's Nowitzki. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. Well, Clark, you look at LeBron's career averages right now, around 27, 7 and 7. Hard to argue at this time he's not the best player in the league.
Well, you know, he might not always win the MVP award, Kevin, but that doesn't really matter. I think he's the most feared player in the league, and he proved he can carry a team in last season's NBA Finals. Clearly one of the all-time greats.
Irving, great pass to set up the lay-in. Irving's got 12.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
You know, the Phoenix Suns played well overall last season, but they still couldn't match up against some of the teams in the West. Had a hard time with in-conference battles.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Rick Carlisle was going over with his team in that last huddle. He made no mistake that their plan was to run their offense through Nowitzki. Coach emphasized getting him as many touches as possible, saying he is going to be one of the guys to carry us the rest of the way. Clearly, some adjustments there had to be made because the time left for a comeback is quickly running out. Kevin, over to you.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. Here's James. After Wesley Matthews' score, LeBron kicks to Davis. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. 6 on the shot clock. And again, Kyrie Irving. Irving's got 14. And for the Suns last season, Greg, they ended with a record 21 and 31 against the Western Conference. It's something that you can point to, Greg, as a reason they failed to make the postseason.
Great point, Kevin. And the big problem for the Suns were the other Western playoff teams. Only went 8-22 against the top 8 in the West.
Now, here is George. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Pachulia, the shot is off. Good D by Drummond.
Ooh, and this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going.
Boy, that's a really nice feed by J.J. Barea.
Phoenix leading by 23. Irving drives in. That's good again. His 7th basket, 7 for 10 from the floor.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Phoenix.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. And the Suns here with a different look. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Drummond. Durant comes in for Anthony Davis. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for LeBron. And Curry subbed in for Irving. Now here's Curry. 13 points in the game. Knocks down the three ball. Curry's got 16.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That is his first foul of the game. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Now here's Barea, guarded by Curry. Barea dishes to Powell. 4 on the shot clock. Matthews with it. George picks him up.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
And when you watch Wes Matthews, you see he's just a fantastic perimeter defender, Clark. He can match up well at either the 2 or the 3.
His combination, Kevin, of length and strength and lateral movement make him an outstanding defensive player.
The shot by Powell, no good.
Not only is their lead big, but their advantage on the board is huge, too.
They've been the aggressors, plain and simple, outworking them, fighting for every loose ball.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up Clark that beautiful alley-oop dunk.
Yeah, that was nice.
No doubt. There are assists, and then, guys, there are assists.
Good.
And for Matthews, you know, he knows that he's a strong defender. And so last year, his claim was that he was the best two-way shooting guard in the NBA.
Now here's Curry. He's got 18. It's rebounded by Dallas. McGee's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Here's Barea. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Barea's got his second basket.
Listen, he has a chance to be considered the best two-way player at his position, and not sure if he is the clear-cut winner of that debate, but he is in the conversation.
Fellas, that two-hand monster slam was vicious.
I don't think there was anyone, and I mean anyone, that could have stopped him on that one.
I tell you what, I'm glad they didn't try, because somebody might have got their feelings hurt.
Felton kicks to Powell. The feed now to Barea. Out left to the wing. Fires from deep. Powell, that's good. Powell's got 5.
Yeah, it's such a sweet three-point stroke there, and it can really open things up inside, because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter. Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
Phoenix shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
Money's checked in for Phoenix. The Mavericks also with a sub. Williams, he's checked in for J.J. Barea. Williams against Curry. From the stripe. The kick out to Matthews. There's a good screen. Pass to McGee. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop there with that one-hand tomahawk slam?
Phoenix calls timeout. And this matchup with the Mavericks, it's the first game of the NBA's regular season.
And they were able to take the season series in that matchup last year, but overall, two teams that were very similar in the standings.
Yeah, they were able to make the plays to come out on top, but it really could have gone either way, and you could say the same for tonight's game.
The Suns making a change here.
LeBron James.
Seven seconds left here in the third quarter. Here's Money. Curry outside. Offline. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Suns ahead, running away with it. And welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. That'll be a 5-second call.
You look at the turnover situation, guys, and it's not been that bad. Just a handful, and when you take care of the ball like that, that can help you build a lead.
Left side, Harris. Feeds it to Williams. Kicks it to McGee. There's a screen by Williams. Fires the 3. The shot by Powell, no good.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. They're really pushing them around. Straight bully ball.
We've got LaMarcus Aldridge. Money out there with Wall. Then it's Paul George. And it's Green in at the 4 slot. Who's out there for Phoenix.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
And it's Harris off the drive. Deep 2 from Anderson. The shot is off. So Phoenix will take it the other way. And the Suns call time here.
Well, it seems like this is something we've said quite a bit the last few years, but now we really feel like we're in a golden age for point guards. So many point guards on so many teams are the leaders and best players on their teams. You can name a dozen all-star level point guards in the league right now.
To illustrate just how strong the point guard position is right now, Greg, in the NBA. Just take a look at the point guards who did not make the All-Star team a season ago. Wow.
You know, in both conferences, it's almost as if we're in the midst of a point guard renaissance for the NBA. I mean, MVP Steph Curry, Russell Westbrook, CP3 out west, John Wall, Kyrie Irving in the East. Boy, I could go on and on with the great players at that position.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Davis comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Stephen Curry in for... John Wall. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Suns.
They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
And Draymond Green, guys, has won at every level. I mean, led Saginaw High School to 2 consecutive state championships. At Michigan State, 2 trips to the Final Four, and now making noise with the Warriors. It's clear this guy's a winner.
And George with the stop.
A little bit of a magic act here, pulling off the Houdini to make that catch and slam.
Stupendous alley-oop.
I think the crowd is still stunned by that one.
Now here's Williams to the paint, and a wide-open look for Lee. Hits the front of the rim and out.
My goodness, how about that miss? I mean, that's 2 easy points that they've just given away. A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
And here's a little-known fact, Clark. Only 3 players have recorded at least 2 triple-doubles in the NCAA tournament. They are Oscar Robertson, Magic Johnson, and Draymond Green.
That's some elite company for Draymond Green. He's a hard worker, a guy you love if he's on your team. He can be an irritant if he's not with you, but continues to improve and prove his doubters wrong.
J.J. Barea's checked in for Darren Williams.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
And Lee pulls it down. The Mavericks have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the 4th. A lot of misses, just the one made. No good from outside.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Stupendous. I love that word. Save that one. The word and the jam. I want to see it again.
Just beautiful.
That's one of those alley-oops upside your head right there.
Now here's Barea to the middle. Here's Anderson, and the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Phoenix making some changes. Cousins comes in for Davis, and it's Thompson in for Money. Mavs made the playoffs again last season. 14th playoff berth for them in the last 15 years, and only the San Antonio Spurs have made more, Greg, over that time frame.
Yeah, and they had a tough first-round opponent in the number 2 seed, Houston. A good old Texas tussle between the 2 and the 7 seeds.
Yeah, and, you know, the Mavs got bounced out by the Rockets in 5 games in round 1. They were able to avoid the sweep, but losing the first 3 was way too much to overcome.
And Anderson gets it to go.
Now, I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
For Phoenix, they've gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the 4th. A pretty nice efficiency there. From deep, the long-distance 3 is buried. And that's now 25 points for Steph Curry.
And for Dallas in the playoffs, really it didn't help to have the Rondo drama going on at the time. Even if that hadn't happened, though, you got the feeling that they were overmatched against a red-hot Houston team.
Out to Harris. 6 on the shot clock. 11 feet away, can't get it to go. Excellent D there from George. Outside Curry. From deep 3-point range, another 3 for Phoenix.
3 triples in the first half, 3 in the second. Boy, do they add up.
2 minutes.
Now here's Barea, guarded closely. Curry with some nice D. Here's the Suns with the ball. They're on an 18-6 run. George with the ball. Devin Harris covering. From deep. Curry can't get it to go. Dallas has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And Barea with the basket on the assist by Anderson.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Now here's Curry from deep three-point range. Cannot hit.
It would have been something to see if he could hit that shot from that deep.
Greg, you know it. I know it. There aren't very many guys that can hit from out there. But he is one of them. That's the kind of range he has.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Suns.
But, Steve, you know, you don't see this kind of a blowout often. But tonight, this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment to
Well,
them.
you know what? I thought they did a nice job of playing against the game. They kept the pressure on and clearly were dominant in every area.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And at key points in this game, they stayed committed to their brand of basketball. That's why they'll be taking the front end of this 3-game season series against the Mavericks.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for Money. A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open. And you can sense the fact that they didn't want to let the fans down here. It's been a fun night to be in the building.
Greg, it really has been. I mean, such a lively, vibrant atmosphere, and no doubt that played a part in the big win.
Tit for tat right there, huh, guys?
Didn't take them long at all, fellas, to get those 3 points back.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Curry, good.
Didn't take their time in wrapping this game up. They came out with a sense of urgency.
Nice ending spurt to polish it off. Once they had them on the ropes, they started throwing haymakers at them.
The whole knockout blow.
And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Felton against Thompson. And here is Felton. And there's the call on Klay Thompson.
Klay Thompson. That's his second personal foul.
That free throw, no good.
Raymond Felton at the line for 2.
That one misses. And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this.
Guys, Paul George.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Many thanks, Kevin. And now a chance to check out some of the tremendous play tonight from our Jordan player of the game. He delivered quite a star performance. Not uncommon, as we've seen him have this sort of terrific night many times.
I don't know if there's a fan base that loves their star more than this crowd. Wow.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm Ernie.
Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. Hi, this is Kevin Harlan, joined by my partners Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. This game marks the end of this stretch at home for the Suns, back on the road tomorrow. This, of course, the first opportunity to play Portland this season. They could only manage a single win in 4 tries against these guys last year.
And they lost the season series against this squad last year, so trying to bounce back here tonight.
Yeah, and 2 mid-tier teams trying to get a leg up in the conference, guys. We'll see what happens.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the floor for Portland, Lillard at the point with C.J. McCollum playing the 2. Myers Leonard is out there with Aminu, and it's Plumlee in at the 5. So for Phoenix, their last game, a win against Dallas.
And the way they attacked the basket in that game was unreal. I mean, after a while, the defenders seemed to just wave the white flag.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, that's what will happen when a team continues to attack the basket and come away with layups. The defense tends to get demoralized and deflated.
And guys, for everything we've said about Kyrie Irving over the years, now let's talk about maybe another area, and that is his willingness to give up the ball. LeBron came to town at the beginning of last season. Kyrie didn't even flinch at the prospect of being 1B to 1A. To me, that was a very selfless way of giving the mantle of that team over to LeBron.
I agree with you, and there was some question as to whether Kyrie would be able to do that at this point in his career, but ultimately that's what champions do. Kobe did it for Shaq, Robinson did it for Tim Duncan, and that's really what great players do.
Now here's Lillard following the shot by Myers Leonard. Lillard with it. Here's Aminu.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first make.
James with it. Lillard picks him up. James outside. Suns moving the ball around. And there's a slam dunk to finish it off.
And doing a great job here just stringing together solid possessions as they build that lead up.
I tell you, there's no substitute for consistency, Greg. You know that. I know it. You can stay in control of the game. They'll stay in control of it if they simply stay good with their execution of the game plan and don't waste any possession.
And get
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that 2-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play. And the basket by McCollum.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Irving kicks to Davis. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Davis has got his second bucket tonight.
You know, they've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
And that's why they're on this run. You get that close to the hoop, and it's a lot easier to make shots.
Now here's McCollum. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. Outside Leonard. And again is Portland converting.
Assisted by C.J. McCollum.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. LeBron outside. Chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Well, Terry Stotts gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. There haven't been many players that have the physical prowess of LeBron James, and he knows that this is going to pose a lot of problems for his team. He told me the most amazing thing to him about LeBron was that he has the ability to be a force at virtually any position on the floor, from point guard to center. He can and does do it all, guys.
And as always, Doris, thank you.
And guys, with the Suns last year, it wasn't a full return to that 7 seconds or less era, but it was pretty close. And the Suns were right at the top in terms of pace of play.
Steph Curry's checked in for Phoenix. Portland also making some changes. Davis is checked in for Leonard. Harkless comes in for Al Farouk Aminu. And it's Alan Crabb in for McCollum. Suns leading by 9. Here's Hale. And that basket pushes the lead to double digits. Money's got 7.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Kevin Durant's checked in for James. And a switch here also for Portland. Henderson's checked in. Lillard dishes to Crabb. Davis sets a screen. Lillard attacking. Harkless kicks to Davis. 6 to shoot. Here's Lillard. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
He'll make you scratch your head and throw your hands up as a defender. I mean, you just don't know how to play.
Curry outside. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Curry's got his first 3 points of the game.
They're really struggling defensively, giving up too many easy buckets.
A great point. Really an embarrassing performance defensively, and the coaching staff can't be happy.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And watch, Clark, how the game plays out, because this is going to open things up on the perimeter.
Now here's Curry. What a tremendous game he played against Dallas. And he gets it to go. When you think about Stephen Curry and your first thought is he's a remarkable three-point shooter. That's right. But he's not just a long-range threat.
Yeah, I see him as a shot maker, one of the league's top mid-range shooters off the pull-up, too. And he's a creative finisher. Floaters and backspin shots. English, high off the glass. Again, the best shot maker, I think, in the history of the game.
And Curry, such a tremendous balance to his game. And he can square up on a dime to knock down shots. I mean, that's a focus also of his training. Doesn't do it with conventional pattern shooting drills. It's a lot of stuff to challenge his balance while he's on the move and shooting.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Cousins comes in for Drummond. And it's Klay Thompson in for Money.
And for Steph Curry, to me, that balance is remarkable. I mean, it used to be customary beyond the arc to fake a defender into the air and then step into a mid-range two. But Curry has introduced that more efficient sidestep for the wide-open three.
Now Lillard after the missed 3 from Stephen Curry. And the shot is good. 8 points for Lillard. Suns leading by 9. Now Curry. He's got 6. Pass to Cousins. Curry, a screen on Davis. And Cousins kicks to Thompson. Davis down low. Henderson defending. And Davis gets it to go.
It's taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter offensively.
But no time to relax here. They've got to keep the pressure on with the defense, and I think they've got to try to put this one away early.
And oh, he hits the buzzer.
And now, your Suns dancers.
And Kevin Durant, former MVP, still feels like he has room to grow, and he gives it.
I think it's another level I can go to.
Well, the will seems to be there, Greg, but Kevin Durant seems surrounded by uncertainty. Can he get that and stay healthy for the entire season? How does he work with his new coach? Where does he really want to be?
You know, the truth is, no one but Kevin knows the answers to those questions. And quite frankly, he may not know right now what those answers are. He's a very unique and introspective kind of guy, as we all saw when he accepted that MVP award a couple years ago. So let's just stay tuned on this one.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Suns.
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
Yeah, they're showing some muscle also in the first half as well, and getting a lot of their points in the paint. Really like the balance they've shown.
On the floor for Portland, we've got Plumlee, C.J. McCollum out there with Crabbe. Then there's Al Farouk Aminu, and it's Leonard in a power forward. He hits the second from the line. Mason Plumlee will really put it on you. Tough, hard-nosed player, has the size to bang and the athleticism, GA, to run the court.
And it's interesting, Kevin. His game translated better as a professional than maybe as a collegian. I mean, he's a guy that's a lunch pail kind of player. Rolls up his sleeves, focuses in, and willing to do the dirty work.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, I used to love to go up and jam like that.
With some arc, yep, it goes in, and the Suns' lead is cut down to just 12 points with the basket from McCollum. Phoenix has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. The drive by James, and it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Phoenix making some changes. Drummond comes in for DeMarcus Cousins, and Money subbed in for Klay Thompson. The Suns shooting their first free throw of the evening.
And for the past few seasons, Portland's bench has really been their Achilles heel. I mean, last year they showed some improvement. The reserves placed the game for them on more than one occasion, but still wouldn't be considered a strength.
He lobs it up and finished off by LeBron.
Boy, the pass there floated up to the precise spot where it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish, huh? He powers it through.
Sure didn't waste any time there.
And, guys, that's an alley-oop I guarantee you we'll be seeing on the highlight reels for the next few days.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. And for Portland, the bench still wasn't leaned on heavily for minutes. Greg was just talking about that. But they were in the top 5, Clark, in scoring efficiency, and they shot 45% from the floor on the year.
And what was a weakness for them in 14 was a strength for them in 15. And actually, they were their best down the stretch of last season.
The Suns making a switch here. George is checked in. Here's McCollum. And it's sent back by Irving. And they'll keep possession. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. Here is Plumlee. He picked up 15 points in their last win against New Orleans.
You know, and in watching that game, he did a really nice job of passing the basketball, scoring, and setting up his teammates.
Irving kicks to Green. Great D that time from Leonard.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession. And Myers Leonard at 7'1", an interesting combination of size, athleticism, and shooting touch. Really likes to play on the perimeter.
This is his first free throw of the game. Leonard hits them both.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Yeah, I like everything you said there, because when all else fails, if you can get to the stripe, that's really a good way to change the momentum in the game, because you get points and you also slow down the opponent because the game isn't going up and down as much.
McCollum, Draymond Green pulls it in. And Leonard likes to run, jump, and shoot more than bang inside, I think.
Well, you know, Kevin, you like that he has that ability to go outside, but with his size, it will be most valuable, I think, if he also embraces throwing his weight around in the paint area.
Agreed. McCollum up top. He's covered by Irving. Crab, no good.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And that one's good.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
Suns leading by 18. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's his first foul.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. Anthony Davis, he's checked in for Draymond Green. And Steph Curry is subbed in for Irving. Portland also making some changes. Davis is checked in for Plumlee. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Crab.
And the lead continues to increase. They are just playing flawless basketball at both ends.
Greg, I can't identify an area where this team has underperformed. I mean, they've been 5-star in every category.
Offensive rebound. Here's Lillard. And that time, also a missed shot. Phoenix has gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. Got a piece of it. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession.
And a chance here to see the numbers for Davis. Coming off a terrific season. First in blocks, fourth in scoring, and he was such a reliable option offensively, finishing in the top 10 in field goal percentage.
And there was a block party up in here last season. Woohoo! Clearly the best at what he does in that regard.
And the jam by Stephen Curry.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc, and boy, are they taking advantage.
Drops in the layup for 2. That's 10 points for Lillard.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it. Well, Portland had another strong season against the rest of the West. Ended up with a record of 31-21 in the conference, and that was good enough to earn them the 4th spot in the West.
Shoots from the corner, and McCollum the bucket on the assist by Lillard. McCollum's got 4 points now in the quarter. Portland did end up 4th in the West, as you said, Greg. You're talking about that. And their 31-21 in-conference record was the exact same as it was at the end, Clark, of the 2014 season.
Well, actually, Portland won more games in 2014 than they did last season. Ended up 4th in the conference, mostly because of how they won their division.
Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Andre Drummond. Durant comes in for George. And it's Klay Thompson in for Money. 1:11 left in the second quarter. Here's Henderson. Soft touch off the glass. Henderson's got his first basket of the night.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
It's Henderson on the wing. And Davis pulls it down.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, if they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
Lillard attacking. The 3 from McCollum, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. And that's now 9 points for C.J. McCollum. And here is Curry. 11 points in the game. He dialed that one up from long distance.
Wow. 4 here in the first half. They're going to need to do something different on defense to trap this guy and lock him up.
Curry against Lillard. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Here's Davis. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Davis has got 10 points.
I like it. I like it. He broke.
And through the first half up.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith as we start breaking it down for you. The first half was all about Stephen Curry. He had 14 points and 1 assist. His great performance last game out seemed to carry right over into... And that's going to do it for now as the second half is almost ready to...
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game.
How about Steph Curry in this one? He has 14 points, and he's hit 4 from beyond the arc. A weapon with those three-point shots.
You said it. His long-range jumpers are having a deadly effect.
You've got money. Andre Drummond is out there with Davis, and it's Kyrie Irving, and it's LeBron in at the small forward position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. Aminu, the pass to Lillard. He dishes it to Aminu. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. 6 points for him. Phoenix leading by 23. You know, guys, Al-Farouq Aminu, so highly regarded coming out of college, still really finding his way around the NBA. But this last season, with Dallas, he may have found his niche in this league.
That's a great point, Kevin. A guy who can give you a lot of things, rebounding, defense, hustle points. But he's already played on a number of teams in his young career because he's still trying to, as you put it, find that niche. Maybe he's finally developed who he is.
And it's sent back by Irving.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall. Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
Oh, and there's the alley-oop, and LeBron throws it down.
That's a terrific sequence at both ends of the floor. They block the shot and recover it for the fast break finish.
Now a timeout called by Portland. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
And it goes back to what's been their strength, really, on the interior. From a defensive standpoint, they just defended the rim as well as you could.
Yeah, I thought it was really impressive the way they did it, guys. They were alert, they were active, they were aware, and their reaction to shots was outstanding.
Here's Crabbe. Can't cash in from close range.
I like that creativity, double clutching to catch the defender on the way down. I can go for that.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Leonard. The Phoenix Suns weren't terrible at home by any means last year. They ended up over 500, but, Greg, they weren't quite dominant enough at home to get in the playoffs.
That's a great point. I mean, they finished the year +3 in terms of wins at home. Not bad, but not good enough when you're talking about that Western Conference.
Dishes it to Davis. Off target from outside. For Portland, they've gone only 1 of 6 in the field in the third quarter. Not how they pictured the half started. Lillard attacking. Here's Plumlee. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got his 4th assist in this one.
You know, when you talk about the Suns, their play at home sums up their season. When you are just above average in the West, you won't be in the playoffs. You've got to be really good at home to make it in the West in the playoffs.
Poked loose and stolen by LeBron. And here we go. Fast break. James has got it. And finished off by Davis.
That's the epitome of teamwork right there, Kevin, on the alley-oop.
Clark, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder.
Yeah, lightning too.
But guys, the pass for me, even better. He absolutely put that on a platter for him. And here we can check out the story on Kyrie Irving. He had a strong showing last season. 8th in three-point shooting, 9th in scoring, and he'd make you pay every time he went to the line. Top 20 in free throw percentage.
And, you know, back to his tremendous efficiency from 3 last year, I tell you what, he's truly a dead-eye shooter when he gets a good look.
Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. Paul George comes in for James. And Curry subbed in for Kyrie Irving.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish. And Phoenix had some turnover issues at home last year, but overall, and to drive this home, they just were okay here in this building, and that's not going to cut it.
And you think about Stephen Curry, clearly one of the greatest shooters the league has ever seen. Clark, I think you could make a case that he's the best off-the-dribble three-point shooter in league history. What do you think?
I think he's the best total shot maker shooter we've had in the league. When you look at all aspects of shooting, I don't know if anybody's ever been better.
Phoenix has gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
Some really terrific numbers for money. He has 17 points and 2 steals. He's a one-man wrecking crew out there.
Truly, they have no answer for him at all.
DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for the Suns. Durant comes in for Anthony Davis. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Harkless comes in for Plumlee, and it's Henderson for Al-Farouq Aminu. Now here's Henderson. Clock at 6. Out to the right wing. Lillard attacking. The shot is off. Excellent D there from George.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Here's Lillard, and Durant sends it back. And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here. And the Suns making a change here. Thompson's checked in. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Portland. And for Portland, they're shooting just 33% in the second half so far. They need to look at more high-quality shots.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
Better to be lucky than good sometimes. Fortunately, they didn't get burned on that one.
The Trailblazers shooting 38% from the field, a pretty weak showing for them. And Lillard kicks to Harkless. And the rejection by Cousins. Henderson dishes to Lillard. Davis setting the pick for Lillard. A three-pointer off the mark.
And he's really trying to get them back into it, but the results just have not been there.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Cousins, no good. Harkless the pass to Lillard. Over in the corner, Harkless leans from outside, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got his 6th assist on the night.
And now, your Sun Dancers.
And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Ryan Roberts out there with Henderson. Then there's Chris Kaman. Then there's Mo Harkless. And it's Alexander in at the 4 slot.
What are you going to do defensively? Such separation with the height advantage in that matchup.
Knocked away. He feeds it to Roberts.
You know, guys, coaching in the NBA is not for the faint of heart. Very little job security. I mean, in essence, you get hired to be fired. Let's face it, it's hard to make a bunch of millionaires do what you tell them to when they might be around longer than you will.
4-on-3 break. Goes up on the wing. That is good.
And that's just showing off right there, guys. I mean, he is too good with that crossover.
Clark, one thing we've seen from these guys is excellent ball movement. He has a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
Yeah,
wow.
That could very well be a contender for Dunk of the Year and perhaps might make its way all over the internet.
I tell you what, that is the crowd pleaser of all crowd pleasers.
In the corner, Henderson with it. From outside, off the mark.
Not good shot selection. Long range and a defender all up in your jersey.
And, you know, that's just the kind of defensive work he's known for. I mean, he can take that shot away from you and does it more times than not.
Yeah, a bit over eager right there. Left his feet too early.
Yeah, and if you're already boxed out like he was, just back up. Because if you don't, you're going to get called for the over-the-back foul every time.
The Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Here's Roberts. And the layup is good.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low. And I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation. But, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there. They are wreaking havoc on him with the three-point shot here.
The defense has no answer right now. Even when they've gotten a hand up, it has not seemed to matter.
And he can't jam it through. Phoenix has gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact.
There's PG creating for a teammate. Terrific dime drop.
The Trailblazers have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Here's Roberts. Shot clock at 6. Wide open look. That one off the back iron and out.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Pass to Green. There's the 3. And that comes off the assist by John Wall.
And it's all one-way traffic tonight, boy. They have been lights out offensively.
And there's no telling how big that lead's going to get. But, again, it's just one game, but nonetheless a very impressive one, the way they've handled their business here.
Kaman. They can't stop the run with that one.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That is his first foul of the game. LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for Phoenix. And Portland with a change here, too. Perhaps checked in. And Roberts. kicks to Anderson. Here's Roberts, covered by Wall. Came in a screen. Henderson against Thompson. Pulls it up. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Outside, George. The shot is off, and the Trailblazers going the other way. Here's Roberts, covered by Wall. 13 feet away, and it's Kaman missing.
No breathing room at all to take that shot.
Thompson dishes to Green. For the three. Henderson pulls it in. The Trailblazers shooting just 35%. They've got to get better looks. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
And the basket good.
Just the height separation on that mid-range jumper. Excellent job of taking advantage.
Left side, Wall. Henderson against Thompson. Kicks to Roberts. Fires from deep. Green with the rebound. Green's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Phoenix.
And they could do no wrong today, Steve. That's right. This was a team performing to its Clark fullest capability.
Yeah, very satisfying win for them, too. A game to remember, and on the other side, definitely one you want to forget as soon as possible.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
Greg, I don't think it'll play out quite that simply, though. The team coming out on the losing end of Game 1 is just that much more motivated to get even in Game 2 and 3. So I think the edge goes to the losing team.
And what a huge standout performance it was for LeBron James. Every inch of the floor was his tonight as he came out and injected an energy into every play.
The dish to Green. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Henderson, and it's sent back by Aldridge. They get it back. Came in a screen. Goes back up. Off the left rim and out. And George, here we go. Got a hand on it. Here's Roberts. So it's the Suns winning easily here. This game may not.
Yes, I'm here with
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, much appreciated. And now let's present our LeBron James.
We all know, anytime you got LeBron James on the
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Good night, everybody.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here with my esteemed colleagues, Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. For tonight's game, we'll be watching the Detroit Pistons as they go up against the Boston Celtics. Well, for Boston, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. All right, looking at Jared Sullinger. Came into the league, and most thought he would just be a role player. But, Kenny, he's shown that when he's healthy, he's on the floor, he can be a significant contributor on offense.
Well, you know, the role player word is a little misused because everyone has a role. Some guys score more, some guys rebound more, some guys assist more.
Some guys talk more.
And some guys talk more. And he's added a three-pointer to his game, so that gives him a bigger role, more impact.